Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. 2026 and this is my first video, so apologies for a month's absence since Christmas. Where did January go? It seems like it was the longest and the shortest month at the same time, but I was really busy. I have been buying some bits and pieces from the various collections that I've got to show you. And I thought I'd start today with the Chanel Rouge Noir bits and pieces that I picked up. So this isn't a very timely video. The collection's been out for some time now. And I bought a few bits and pieces. If you've watched my channel before, you'll know that I love Rouge Noir nail polish from Chanel. I would say it's my all-time favourite nail colour and formulation broadly. I've had it since it was first released in 1996 and was all the rage and very difficult to get hold of. And I also looked through my past videos because I thought Chanel had kind of resurrected. The nail polish is always in the Chanel permanent nail polish releases, so there's never any difficulty about getting hold of it now. But they have had various kind of resurrections of the concept for broader collections, and I see that I made a video about one in 2015, so 10 years ago. They were bringing out some makeup that was termed Rouge Noir, and they did it again at the end of last year. So the main item was actually one of the oversized palettes with colours for cheek and eyes. The red pink was not attractive to me, and guessing that the formulation was the same as the last oversized palette, which I did get kind of peachy tones last year and really didn't like very much, I gave that a miss. I ummed and ahed for a long time about the two single eyeshadows. I am wearing singles more and more as I get lazier and lazier about my makeup generally and eye makeup in particular. So I'm not hostile to the concept of single shadows. I bought some Suku last year. I bought some Chanel ones and I like the Chanel ones. But I initially wasn't inspired by the two in this collection until I saw some reviews which said that this one, which is called Gris Rose and is a metallic formulation, was very pretty, and it looked really good in some of the videos that I saw on YouTube. We can take a moment to appreciate the packaging for this limited edition collection, which has red instead of the usual cream white embossing. And this is the shadow, which I do like. I've only worn once on the eyes, so I need to play with it a bit more. Now, you can see hopefully why I wasn't that inspired when I initially saw it. You can kind of see the metallic shimmer, but I was a bit worried it would be a bit gritty. Although it's called grey, it's really soft. It's not at all gritty, and it's got a real kind of lilac-y pink shift. It's quite a gentle colour, and as I say, I've only worn it on the eyes once. It definitely brightens up the eye area, and I think it's pretty. I need to experiment on using it with other shadows a bit before I say it kind of goes into my favourite singles, but I definitely don't regret going back and purchasing this. I'm not sure it has much to do with the kind of basic Rouge Noir palette, although as you'll see in a minute when I pull out the nail polishes, they've kind of incorporated grey into this collection. So that was that. I need to get rid of the box, actually. I did buy, with some misgivings, the Rouge Noir Stilo. Haven't worn this on the eye yet. Mainly because I do like the Stilos, and I haven't got one in this kind of... I don't think it's very Rouge Noir. It's a brown, a reddy brown, rather than the kind of black and red which I associate with Rouge Noir. You can see there it kind of pulls quite cool, I think. So I think this is going to work. I might replace the graphite one that I've been using, which is getting a bit manky, with this one. I thought I had bought a Rouge Noir mascara, but I'm guessing if the last kind of collection of these was 2015, I did, and I used it. Because when I looked, I have a stash of unused mascaras. It wasn't there, but it's in this current collection, so I didn't get it. Nor did I get Rouge Noir nail polish. Tempted though I was, just to get the limited edition top. Because, as I will show you if we have time in a minute, I have a lot of Rouge Noirs already in my collection. I got the grey straight away. It's a nice, solid, opaque, dark dove grey. I'd say dove grey is usually a bit lighter than that. I haven't worn it yet, but great winter shade. I have worn this one, which I didn't get initially, because I thought I've got enough basic fuchsia pinks. And then again, people said on YouTube it had a kind of shimmer to it. It really hasn't, actually. So I'm a bit cross with myself for getting that, because although I do tend to buy all the polishes because I collect them, they're getting ridiculously expensive now. £30 for nail polish when you get perfectly good formulations in other brands for, let's face it, about £15 is becoming a bit ridiculous. And I have literally hundreds of nail polishes, of Chanel alone, plus Hermes, plus others. But what can I say? I'm an addict. So that was basically what I got from the collection. And as I say, Rouge Noir nail polish is the thing to get if you haven't got it. But I have many variations of it. Here's the current before this one, Rouge Noir, in the new formulation. I have a Vamp. I was always of the belief that Vamp, which has a micro shimmer, was the American version of Rouge Noir, and that we had Rouge Noir from the outset in the UK. People say not. People say it was called Vamp over here. Maybe I think my first bottle was Rouge Noir because I had to get mine from France. I can remember it was absolutely impossible when this became so trendy, when Uma Thurman wore it in Pulp Fiction. You couldn't get it for about 2 years unless it was easier to get in France. And I remember one of my friends' dads was doing business in France and brought back bottles for us. Anyway, that's Vamp with a kind of, I would say, silvery micro shimmer to it. That definitely came from America. And then this one I love. This is called Radiant Rouge Noir. They did what they called a radiant, in other words, quite metallic version of a number of their popular nail colours a few years ago. It was a really nice collection. I really like the minty green one as well. I've forgotten what the name is. And this one, you can see I've used a lot. This, I mean, it's lighter, I think, anyway, than the typical Rouge Noir. But it's got a gold micro shimmer, really pretty. And more metallic, actually, than micro shimmer. Then they did a top coat. I think this was with the 2015 collection. It may have been later. A lot of glitter in it. I don't wear that a lot. Hate getting glitter off my fingers. And then this would be one of the older formulations. Rouge Noir is one of the few nail polishes that I have bought more than one bottle of over time. I've probably had about 4 or 5 that I've finished up. But there you can see I really didn't need any more Rouge Noir at the moment. I have a lot of other kind of black and red polishes as well, which Chanel used to do a lot in the grungy 90s. They don't do it as much now, and it is my kind of favourite nail colour all year really, but certainly in winter, autumn. So there we go, Rouge Noir. I should say as well that they obviously had lots of holiday edition charms left over because I got this on my packaging. I got two, in fact, because I made two purchases, having changed my mind about the eyeshadow and the pink nail varnish. There's the other one. I quite like these. I think they're quite solid. You could wear these on a chain. I gave my mum a big box of her Chanel favourites at Christmas, and she wears her charm on a little chain and loves it. So there we go. Happy New Year in February. I hope you're all doing well, and I promise to be a bit more regular in my uploads now that I've started to get myself sorted out. So until next time, bye for now.